Morning, fifth grade. We're going to jump in and get started with our grammar skill for this week. We're going to talk about commas and semicolons in a series. You guys are used to using commas in a series. Anytime I list 3 or more things in a sentence, I always separate it by a comma. So here's an example. I own 2 dogs, 15 chickens, and a cat. I listed 3 things and I put a comma in between them. That's simple. You guys do that all the time. Now it becomes a little bit trickier if my list contains a comma by itself. So if I use the phrase 2 dogs, which are named Bruce and Betsy, 15 chickens in order to get eggs every day, and a cat whom I never see. I still listed 3 things, but within each of those 3 things, I have a comma that offsets the item and something that's describing it. Now, if I just throw all of that together into a sentence, for example, on this screen, I have lots of commas and it becomes confusing which is part of my list and which is describing the word before it. So we don't just separate with a comma in this instance. The correct way to punctuate that is to separate each of the list items with a semicolon and use the same comma between the item in the list. So I own 2 dogs, comma, which are named Bruce and Betsy, semicolon, 15 chickens, comma, in order to get eggs every day, semicolon, and a cat whom I never see. That is how we correctly punctuate a list that contains commas. It just keeps it from getting too confusing. So we will do a lot more work with this this week, but today I just wanted to introduce that to you. I do want to make sure that you were able to watch this video. So if you would find a way or a place to write a comment and tell me that you saw the video by giving me an example of a sentence that contains a list. It doesn't have to be one that has semicolons. It can just be a list with a comma. But do that so that I know that you got this video and that you understand what we're talking about. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and we will see you online later.